Hi guys, so today I have the pleasure of reviewing these items that Nail Addict sent for my review. They sent them free of charge and all opinions are my own, of course. Really excited to try these out. This is something new they're launching on their website, is the SUN5 Plus UV LED lamp. Now, I'm familiar with these types of lamps, and I have another one already that I really enjoy, so I know as far as SUN5, they're great lamps. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys because I know it's a good lamp, and Nail Addict has been kind enough to give us a new discount code. It'll be in the description box. It'll be here, and you get 55% off of your orders. And it's usually, and you have to order 2 or more items. Okay, so if you put one polish in and use the code, it's not going to work. But it also came off of the lamp, so you will see that it's a really great savings on that. So definitely take advantage of that if this is something you're interested in. What I do enjoy about these lamps, like I said, I'm familiar with them, so I already have some information I can share, is that they cure really fast. They're really nice. It's a great size to put pretty much your whole hand in there. So I'll show you the lamp really quickly before we go to the polishes that they sent for review this time around. And I did review some of their polishes not too long ago. They lasted a really long time, and I even have a video on how to remove them, okay? So you have your plug and you have your lamp, and this lamp, like I said, super, straightforward. You have your little information sheet there, but to me that's not even all that necessary. It's very easy to work with. Let me move some of these things to the side. Oopsie. Let me move this to the side here. I forgot I had it upside down because my address label's on there. Let me open this up. And again, what I enjoy about this lamp initially and always is that your whole hand fits in it, okay? So you can do all 5 nails at once. I know on the website it says all 10 nails at once. I suppose you could. I wouldn't do that because, as you can see, both my hands fit in here. This is really, let me remove this. So the reason they remove some of the base is that you can do your toes with this. So your pedicure, you can just remove this base and place that right over your foot, and real easily. But so you can see the size of that. I mean, I can put my whole hand in here. Actually, that's actually really nice. I never really thought about it. But you see how my thumbs are kind of facing down? So really, if you're going to do that, make sure your thumbs are really kind of flat in this way and not touching each other so that they can get all the light. Because what happens is if your thumb is facing down, this bottom edge here is not going to get the light on it as well, and you might have an issue with that. So I just do one hand at a time, but this is a pretty good size base. I don't know that I have any other lamp that my whole hand would fit in like this, or both my hands. So that's up to you, and I have pretty good size hands, so maybe if your hands are smaller, it's not, maybe you can do them both at the same time. So when I read that, I thought, oh, that must be a mistake, but you know what? I think they mean it. This is a pretty good size lamp. Okay. So of course we would plug it in, and then you have your 60 seconds, your 30 seconds, your 15 seconds, and then you have your low heat mode, which I am not, a manicurist, so I don't mess with these kind of things. I'm just going to do the 15, 30, and 60, and for this polish, it's always going to be 30. For most polishes, it's 30 seconds in LED. But this also cures your builder gels, your poly gel, all those kind of things. So make sure to pay attention to your timing for those kind of products, right? So we have here, it's again, UV LED nail lamp, nice and quick. It's the newer tech than those old UV lamps, right? But if you have an older UV lamp you use, just be careful. What I do know about UV lamps, and even these little guys, as they get older, your bulbs, like your old UV, the ones that look like a horseshoe, they will never go out. They just won't be as effective anymore. So if you're waiting for the thing to go out and you're like, oh, it still lights up, it'll always light up. It just won't be as strong. So you want to make sure, to replace those older bulbs, those U-shaped ones, as often as you see fit, okay? So I just want to mention that because that is something that we know about. And as always, you always want to take good care. Okay, so my address label's on here, so I'm going to open this up real quick. And these are some of the items they sent, some new items in here, and they did send another set of the basic items you need for gel polish manicures. So I'll start with these 2 guys. Nope, these 2 right here, and this one. So these are some of the basic items that you can use. So we have the base coat, which of course you need your base coat, so with a base. And then we have the matte top coat, which I'm very curious to try out today. So it's going to mattify your nails instead of having them super shiny. And so that's a top coat. And then we have the remover, and I have not used this yet, and I'm curious to open this up just because Oh, interesting. It's like a gel that I'm assuming you're going to apply this to your nails. It said, I'm going to use this next. It has no odor, no kind of scent. I'm going to use this when I remove the gel polish this time around because usually I use acetone. So, I will use this next time I remove it. So just make sure to keep an eye out for that video. Okay, so that's the remover. And these are the colors they sent this time around. And we have, it said their most popular colors. And so with gel polish, white is always like a basic. You need to have a white gel polish, especially if you want to do some fun and nail art and stuff. So this one's called White Addict. Again, black, basic, Black Addict. And then we have Red Addict. And I think these are pretty much their base colors, you know, so that'll be fun. I'm going to try to stick to these 3 colors. I do have some other polishes that they had sent in the past and that were gorgeous. Again, I did a whole review of the Endless Night. We have the Precious, which is beautiful and chunky and glittery and just really nice. I love a good glitter polish, and what was nice about theirs is that it went on with glitter. It wasn't that you had to pick each little piece to make sure you got the glitter on your nail. It was there and lovely. And this is kind of a nude color, Sea Swing and Sun. But today we're going to be using these other ones here. That's for another time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is clean up, just keep out the colors we're going to use, and plug in the lamp. Again, you have your cord. You're just going to plug that in. Put that in the back, plug it into the socket, and I'll show you what you need for your basic gel mani, and we'll get started. Okay, so the basics, of course, you need your base coat, and I do also have their basic top coat. They also have a no wipe top coat. I do not have it, but those are always great. If you can get a no wipe top coat, you might as well, because at the end of your manicure, you don't have to take the sticky layer off the top, okay? So I am going to use this one because I believe. And then we have our matte coat. I may not use the top coat. We'll see. So anyway, we always need our base. And then you're going to need to start off, I do like having just some alcohol in a sprayer, but you can put it on a little pad or whatever. But just alcohol, just to clean up your nails, make sure they're nice and clean, ready to go. We are going to use a buffer. I always like to use a very fine buffer like this yellow block, a white block, like a polar block would be great. We need a nail file. This one is 100, 180. So obviously the 100 side is for acrylic nails. The 180 side can be used on regular, just, you know, natural nails. So I'll be using that side. You want a cuticle pusher. You're going to need, you know, little lint-free wipes or just little wipes, however you want to use them. I always like lint-free, but these aren't quite. See, on the back side it's fluffy, but on this side it's nice and flat. So we have those. And some acetone, just because I already have polish on my nails. So what I want to do first to get started is remove that. And then, you know, at the end of my gel manicures, I always like to put on some, or any manicure really, put on some cuticle oil, so we'll do that too. But to get ready, I'm just going to do the one hand. I take off all my polish, but I would do it on all 10 nails. I would prep everything all at the same time, but for this purposes, I do it a little bit differently. And then I always come in and I push back my cuticle. Just push, push, push. And then anything that's on your skin, on your nail there, scrape it off. Any kind of old dead skin, which is basically the cuticle that's stuck to your nail. And I would do all 5 nails the same way. Push, 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 clean them up. And then I take a buffing block and just get your nails ready for that gel polish application. Some people like to use something rougher. I like to take it easy on my nails, so I just use a buffing block. But you're just basically roughing up the surface of your nail and getting rid of all that dead skin that might be still stuck on your nail surface. And then I'm going to come in again with my thinner, finer grit file and shape the nail how you like. And right now I have them kind of a almond shape, which I always like for fall and Halloween, so it's a little funner. And then that's it. So then after that, I would just go ahead and take my alcohol or whatever it is that you want to use and just give it a good spray and take that powder, anything that's stuck on your nails, off. Okay, so I'm gonna prep this whole hand and I will be right back. Okay, just want to show you, I plugged in the lamp. It just turned on and it says 15. So if I were to put my fingers in here, it's gonna count down from 15. So what I want to do is 30. And when I press the 30, as you can see, it's already counting down, so my hand would be in there, press 30, okay? So we'll start that in just a minute. And I'm not sure how to turn it off, so I'm just going to press 15 and let it do its thing from there. I will be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. And I'm gonna keep it here just so that you can have an idea. So we have our base coat. Again, I would prep all 10 nails, but I'm just doing one hand at a time. And as I've said before, you always start off with a thin coat of every coat that you're going to use. So just kind of wipe off the excess and apply your base coat. And I kind of keep it very thin, and then I don't know if you saw, I kind of started here and I wiggled back towards the cuticle so that you don't get too much just stuck in your cuticle area. I may or may not even have to dip this back in the bottle because that's how little you use. Always cap the tip of your nails, and you see I turned it over just to get the gel that's on the back side of that. And just everywhere you put the base coat, that's where your polish is going to stick. So if you miss any spots, make sure you're not missing any spots. So just go back and add a little, cap the very tips of the nail. I'm going to get a little bit more for my thumbnail. Again, thin coats. I did see on Nail Addict's site that says that they do one coat color, and I'm sure that's possible. I like to build up my coats so that I know my gel polish is cured, so I always build up thin coats. Okay, so I'm going to give my nails a good look and just make sure I have the polish everywhere it needs to be, and remove it from where it doesn't need to be. So if there's any polish on your skin, just make sure to remove it before you go in. And on the bottle, it does tell you some information as far as curing time. So LED, 30 seconds, UV, 2 minutes. So I'm going to press 30, get my hand in there. I'm keeping my thumb flat, okay? And I will be right back. Okay, there was no beep or anything. The light just turns off, so there it is. Oh, it's back at 30, which is great. So it's going to stay on 30, and that's all I need. So every time I put my hand in there, it'll be ready to go. I'm going to try to move this just to get that shadow away. There we go. So I am going to try out the different colors. So I'm going to do one mix and match type style. So we have our red Addict. I'm just going to give them a little bit of swirl. Let me see if they need that. You know, these just came in the mail too, so they're pretty well mixed up. If you open yours up and then let's say there's like some clear dispersion just kind of sitting there, make sure to give it a nice mix. And what I mean by that, usually I just kind of swirl it in my hand. So we have all of them. I just kind of do this kind of a thing. That's especially if they've been sitting for a while. Okay, so we have the black, the red, and the white. And I am going to start with red. I'm going to do, how am I going to do this? Red, red, okay. I'm going to get, again, wipe off as much as you can so we have nice thin coats that we're going to build up and push towards the cuticle. Really nice, smooth color. And cap the tip always, keeping it thin. I'm going to do my thumbnail in that same red. I'm going to put it to the side for now. I'm going to use the black. And black gel polishes are always notoriously a little bit chunkier, a little stickier. They're just have a different consistency. This one feels really nice. Again, cap the tip. I'm also going to put the black on my pinky, but for now I'm just showing you. And the white, again, wipe off as much as you can. I was just going to say, white polishes are even more notoriously streaky or chunky or sticky, and this is a really nice formula. Much thinner than a lot of white polishes that I've used in the past where they kind of chunk up. So what I'm going to do is paint this one red and this one black, and I'll be right back. So as I'm getting ready to cure them, what you want to do is come in and clean up any polish that's on your skin again, just so it doesn't cure there, but just clean up. Make it look a little nicer. All of the polish. And then get your nails in for 30 seconds in the lamp. And I'll be back. Okay, just finished that. And then we're going to go in for our second coat. And if it requires 3 coats, we'll put 3 coats. So again, thin coat of the red. And I'll just do the same for all of them, and a second thin coat, side to side, all the way close to the cuticle as you can get. Cap the tip of the nail. Clean up any polish that's left around here. I will apply all of the color to all the nails, and we're gonna put it in the lamp for another 30 seconds. Okay. And I'm gonna use the matte top coat. I want to see if this has a dispersion layer. I do also want to do some nail art stamping just to kind of blend the colors of the nails together, so we will see. But we have our matte top coat. I think the coats are just fine and nice and opaque. I don't think I need a third coat. The white one could possibly use a third coat, but I'm going to leave it alone because I'm going to put some nail art stamping on that one. And the matte top coat has a kind of a matte look to it. Again, I'm not sure if this needs to be cleaned off when you're done. I'm going to apply that. Cap the tip of the nails, clean up around your nails as always, nice thin coat, clean up, and then back in the lamp for 30 seconds or 2 minutes in a UV lamp, and I'll be right back. Wow, that's actually pretty cool because as your hand is in there, you can see it turning matte. I can't tell the dispersion layer a little bit. I'm gonna leave it alone for just a second because on this nail I'm gonna do some nail art stamping, and I just have a little plate here, super old. I'm not even sure where I got her, if it's available anymore, but that's fine. And I'm going to take some acetone here just to clean it off. And I'm going to use this black stamping polish. Just get that on there. And a card to scrape with. Pick that up. So pretty. I'm gonna let that dry just for a second because it does dry pretty quickly, and then I'm gonna come in with that same matte top coat. Okay, I'm gonna do a second coat of the matte top coat just because I did miss a couple areas. So I can see it's shiny, see there? So I'm just gonna come in again, thin coat. I did want to mention the red did kind of come off on this before I went to go to the white nail, so just make sure to wipe this off before you go from one nail to another when it's super wet. Again, a thin coat. Tapping the tip of the nail, cleaning up any excess that you might have on there, and get that into your lamp for 30 seconds or 2 minutes in an UV. And I'll be right back. Okay, so again, it's hard for me to tell if this has a dispersion layer. It's very smooth, but it seems a little bit sticky. So I'm just going to spray my hands with a little bit of alcohol and just wipe that down. And then I'll take off any stickiness. And it will also remove whatever nail polish I have kind of overstamped on my nail. I'm gonna go wash my hands and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm gonna put on some cuticle oil. So as far as the review goes, as every gel brand I've ever reviewed, I always say build up your color. So you always want to build up your color. I do want to say that when I put this on, it might make the nails look shiny, even though they are very matte. And it is a very soft matte. It's almost like a flocking feeling, like just like velvety, really nice. Again, like I said, when I put this on, it's gonna make the nails look shiny, but in the pictures you'll see a better view of the matte effect. It is very hard in gel polish land to get a black and a white that behave nicely. So this was very nice. It went on very nicely. So I'm really impressed with that. And then red too, but the hardest ones are black and white because they're always kind of chalky, kind of thick, kind of chunky. And these were really nice and really easy to work with. I did do 2 coats of the top coat only because I had missed a little bit in that back area. I think you're going to be good with just 1 coat if you were to, you know, make sure to completely coat the nails so you don't have any shiny areas plus some matte areas. The matte coat is a little bit thick, so you do want to make sure to get your nice strokes just going straight out, you know. And whenever you do anything like that with gel polish, And if it looks streaky at all, what I like to do is before I put my hand in the lamp, don't put your hand in the lamp if it looks streaky. Just give it a shake. Give your hand a shake, and it kind of gets the polish to behave. Like it'll start moving, right? Because it has some weight to it, and it'll kind of calm down for you if you ever have those kind of issues. And that's, you know, I didn't really have that today, but I just want to mention that because that does happen sometimes. Really pretty, and again, it has a little bit of dispersion layer, so you do want to take that off with some alcohol at the end there. But thank you so much, Nail Addict, for sending these items for my review. The lamp, I mean, it did its job. If you ever do a gel polish and at the end you go to wipe away the dispersion layer and you start getting color on your little wiper, then there was a problem. That means it didn't cure right. You're gonna have to soak that off and redo it because you do not want to have a bad cure on your nails because it can obviously cause problems. So you want to get rid of that and redo it. So for now, what I can see is that it cured very well. Again, I always have great confidence in the Sun brand lamps, so I have no issue with that. I'll have the links in the description box. Again, if you want to use the 55% off code, it will be off of 2 or more items. Okay, so make sure to check that out. I'm really especially like blown away that that applies to this guy. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.